At the same time, however, it put Trump in the position of going into a crucial summit at odds with countries he needs on his side to pressure North Korea to move toward dismantling a nuclear arsenal that threatens the United States. Not fair to the people of America. $800 billion trade deficit, he said. Why should I, as President of the United States, allow countries to continue to make massive trade surpluses, as they have for decades, while our farmers, workers and taxpayers have such a big and unfair price to pay? It was left to Trump's aides to figure out how to defend Trump's airing of grievances against trading partners instead of focusing on his coming talks with Kim, which the president's supporters hope will provide him with a major foreign policy win. He's rattling the cages right now on trade, said White House spokesman Raj Shah, who insisted there was no reason to believe there would be any negative fallout for the North Korea summit. These are really unrelated baskets of issues. Asked whether allies had any reason to worry about Trump's commitment to any deal he reaches with North Korea following his abrupt withdrawal from the G7 communique, one U.S. official dismissed the issue, saying other countries have gotten used to the sometimes abrasive way the president operates internationally. But another U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity, acknowledged, the timing for all this is not very good at all. Long shadow, the prospect that Trump could be moving toward an even greater protectionist trade policy is likely to chill financial markets worried about tit-for-tat escalation that could lead to a full-blown global trade war. Nevertheless, markets were relatively calm on Monday after an early wobble. Trump also lambasted fellow members of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, for paying disproportionately less than the United States to maintain the Western alliance. The U.S. pays close to the entire cost of NATO, protecting many of these same countries that rip us off on trade. They pay only a fraction of the cost, and laugh, he tweeted. The European Union had a $151 billion surplus, should pay much more for military. Germany pays 1%, slowly, of GDP towards NATO, while we pay 4% of a much larger GDP. Does anybody believe that makes sense? We protect Europe, which is good, at great financial loss, and then get unfairly clobbered on trade. Change is coming. On Monday, Trump also renewed attacks on Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who had hosted the G7 meeting in Quebec. Justin acts hurt when called out, the U.S. president said in his latest tweet. On Saturday, he called the Canadian Prime Minister very dishonest and weak. Place in heaven. White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow accused Trudeau of betraying Trump with polarizing statements on trade policy that risked making the U.S. leader look weak ahead of the historic summit with Kim. Trudeau really kind of stabbed us in the back, Kudlow, the director of the National Economic Council who had accompanied Trump to Canada, said on CNN's State of the Union. Trade advisor Peter Navarro told Fox News Sunday that there is a special place in hell for any leader that engages in bad faith diplomacy with Trump. Trudeau, in Quebec City for bilateral meetings with non-G7 leaders after the summit, did not comment as he arrived. But he got direct personal support from some European leaders. British Prime Minister Theresa May is fully supportive of Trudeau and his leadership, a senior UK government source said, while European Council President Donald Tusk tweeted, "There is a special place in heaven for Justin Trudeau."